Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining me at Poetry Corner and welcome. Now we're going back to Greycliff for A Lighthouse Keeper's Tale. This is chapter 16 and it's called A Candle in the Window. So let's read on, guys. Winter settled slowly over the coast, not with violence but with a quiet insistence. The mornings grew blue and fragile. The evenings came early, draping the lighthouse in long, gentle shadows. Yet inside, warmth grew. In the weeks after Edward's departure, Lorna and Davy found themselves leaning into small routines, as though the lighthouse was teaching them how to breathe again. The first ritual was simple. Every evening, Lorna lit a candle in the small window facing the village. It was not meant to be a beacon. It was not meant as a statement. It was, in truth, something tender, something private. But the villagers noticed. Lorna's light, some murmured with quiet fondness. The lighthouse keeper has company now, others said, smiling in their mugs. Mrs. Hollings even claimed the candle softened the sea's temper, though Davy insisted this was merely her baker's art talking full of imagination and warmth. For Lorna, the candle meant something else. It was her way of saying, I am here, I am safe, this place is my home now. One night, as she lit the candle, Davy watched her, the careful way she shielded the flame with her palm, the reverence in her expression, as though she was tending a sacred promise. You do that beautifully, he murmured from behind her. She glanced over her shoulder, smiling softly. It isn't the candle that matters, it's what it represents. Davy stepped closer, his hands finding her waist. The faint glow of the candle illuminated her features, turning her eyes into honeyed amber. And what does it represent? He asked gently. Her voice was barely above a whisper. Finding something I didn't know until the night I stepped into this lighthouse. Davy's forehead brushed her. What was that? Lorna closed her eyes, leaning into him. A place to finally rest my heart. A kiss. He kissed her slowly and tender. The kiss of the kind of kiss that felt like beginning instead of hunger. Afterwards they stood together in the window, watching the candle flicker against the darkening blue. The lighthouse lantern above them swept great circles of light across the waves, but the small candle below, its glow soft, almost shy, held a different kind of power. For generations the villagers had relied on the lighthouse, but now, quietly, they were beginning to rely on Lorna's little flame too. It warmed the night. It whispered hope. It reminded them that even the loneliest tower could have a heartbeat again. And as the weeks passed, Davy noticed something changing. When he went to trim the lamp at night, he saw the candle's reflection in the glass. When he walked the cliff path at dawn, he saw soot-blackened wicks drying on the sill. And when he returned from attending weather instruments, he had often found Lorna by the soft window light. She should wrapped in a shawl, face peaceful. It belonged to both of them now, a shared sanctuary. One evening, as the sea whispered gently against the rocks, Lorna rested her head on Davy's shoulder. Do you know what light used to mean to me? She asked. He ran his thumb along her hand. Tell me. A reminder of where I was supposed to be, she said, of the expectation of waiting for me, of a life others planned. She turned to him, eyes shining in the candle glow. But here, your light tells me I am where I choose to be. Davy felt something inside him soften, something long guarded, something he thought solitude had made permanent. He pressed his lips to her hair. You're not the only one who's been found, he whispered. Below them, the candle flickered gently, a pulse in the window. Above them, the great lantern turned with measured grace, and in between those two lights stood two souls, no longer wandering. So there you go, guys. That is chapter 16. Join me tomorrow morning, and we'll go back to Grey Cliff and see Lorna and Davy for chapter 17. Chapter 17, A Letter from the Sea. So let's see what that's all about. A letter from the sea. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that one. Take care now, and join me tonight for Topsy Tickletown, where we've got the rebaking of the gloom plucker. So let's go off to Topsy Tickletown tonight and see what that's all about. Until then, guys, have a very lovely day, and take care now. Bye bye.